Hello, and welcome back to What We Pod in the Shadows, where we are currently discussing Season 3 of What We Do in the Shadows. I'm Raven.
And I'm Alison.
This week we are talking about the episode The Siren. But before we get into that, just a reminder to, if you haven't already, follow/subscribe to the podcast, depending on what platform you're listening to it on. It might be called something different. And leave us a review or comment, and we might read it on the show. We could use the feedback and more reviews we get and stuff that could potentially help push us out there to more listeners.
And we also have another podcast called Mojo Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, where we are watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We're kind of alternating between seasons of that and the classic Powerpuff Girls, and we're currently on season 3 of the Powerpuff Girls. So you can check us out there as well.
Sometimes we talk about vampires on there too.
Alright, so this is season 3, episode 7, Siren. Laszlo and Colin stake out boats at night and clear out a party speedboat of partygoers. Nadja is Skyping with Scott Bakula because they thought he was Count Bakula. Nandor and the guide geek out. Nadja and Nandor are now ruling on alternating days, which the guide reveals is accomplishing nothing because they each spend their time undoing what the other did on the previous day. Nadja is outraged. Nandor has made the council a sponsor for a fun run for MS. He thinks it keeps their population of victims healthy. She is worried it will be written on the back of the shirts, like, sponsored by the Vampire Council. The Nadja doll is being largely ignored by everyone, including Nadja.
Nadja doll and Guillermo are paired up for a confessional interview, but Guillermo is indignant about being paired up with her and just wants to go back to doing chores. Colin and Laszlo plan to go to Plum Island to learn more about energy vampires. It's an animal research facility that's off limits to average Joes. Laszlo brags about all of his sailing experience, including briefly being in charge of the Titanic. Nadja doll reminisces about the good times she's had at the vampire residence, including playing piano with Laszlo and Nandor teaching her combat skills. She says she feels like an extra puzzle piece that doesn't fit in with the others, so she ends up grabbing a little bindle and she runs away. She tries to talk to Nadja before she leaves, but is once again ignored. Laszlo talks about his adventures on ships while Colin covers himself in sunscreen, even though it's night out. They hear a mysterious and beautiful singing voice in the distance and decide to investigate, even though they both agree it's likely a trap.
Nadja realizes the Nadja doll is gone. Okay, and then back to Colin and Laszlo. They find a half-bird woman on an island full of trash. She swallows an arm, and they discuss her being a siren. Her name is Sheila. Laszlo tries to leave in bat form, but is still attracted when she sings. Nadja looks for doll Nadja in a toy store. She is hiding amongst stuffed animals and leaps onto Nandor's back. He throws her, and she jumps into the body of a mannequin and tries to run away. Sheila is now on the boat, and Colin and Laszlo are tied up badly in her nest. Laszlo flies away. Nadja follows her doll outside, where she is now inside an angel statue. The doll keeps telling Nadja to just let her go. She moves into a giant inflatable rat.
Laszlo appears on the scene and asks Guillermo to help him find something to deafen him, so Guillermo takes him to Best Buy for noise-canceling headphones. While there, Laszlo gets distracted by the Best Buy employee Judy, who sells him a shit ton of sound equipment in addition to the headphones. Laszlo hypnotizes the cashier into letting him take everything for free. Guillermo hauls everything into the parking lot, and Laszlo realizes he forgot about Colin Robinson and says he was enchanted twice in one evening. He flies off back to go get Colin with his headphones, leaving Guillermo behind.
Yeah, I think Guillermo was just gonna, abandon the carts.
Probably.
Colin and Sheila the Siren are singing Islands in the Stream. Colin is falling for Sheila, and she nervously poops on his shoe when Laszlo shows back up. Laszlo can't fathom him falling for Sheila. Nandor stabs the inflatable rat, and as it loses air, the doll says that it has been very draining changing hosts, and Nadja says she has been pushing down her feelings in order to be taken seriously as a leader. Nadja presents the doll again and asks her to come home, and she does.
Nadja says she's going to take the day off to spend time doing fun stuff with the Nadja doll, and they fly off together. Colin tells Laszlo just to leave him because he's in love. Laszlo ignores him and slaps headphones on himself and Colin. He tells the crew to turn off the sound and cover their ears and flies off with Colin. The Siren is distraught. It sees leftover crew members and I think possibly goes to eat them. Back at home, Laszlo tries to convince Colin that he didn't experience true love that night, and Colin agrees but turns on his radio after Laszlo leaves to hear the siren singing and asks to be left alone.
I don't know why they don't. I kind of feel like they don't make another attempt to go to Plum Island.
Not that I remember.
I mean, he could have just flown with Colin there in the first place.
Yeah.
I think they killed a bunch of people to get the boat.
Yes.
They probably could have just paid someone to take them over there.
Probably, yeah. Or hypnotize them or whatever.
Yeah.
Like such cheapskates.
I do like that they kind of keep bringing in these different mythical creatures. I'm not sure what to think about Sheila. Her and Colin did seem to kind of get along, but I'm like, is that just part of her spiel and she did just want to eat him? So I'm like, I don't know whether to say he should have trusted her or not.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, Nadja and Nandor just keep overruling what each other did the previous day. I mean, they live together and stuff, so you would think that there would at least be some things that they could agree on.
Yeah, one would think.
I feel like it's just about I don't know, they're just kind of determined to be opposing each other.
Yeah.
Maybe it could just be a matter of having all the people who actually pay their dues, take a vote, who is the leader, instead of just having them alternate, because it doesn't seem to work. And what Laszlo's just completely not participating, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah, they're just absolutely not getting anything done this way. So yeah, maybe they should just have someone vote on who should be leaders.
Maybe they should just make Laszlo be in charge. I like some of the stuff that the Nadja doll was remembering, Colin repairing her little boot or whatever. It was cute.
Yeah. I like those little scenes.
I don't know. Nadja kind of gets in that mood. I think they all sort of do, especially with Colin, where they're just shut up, and
yes,
or Guillermo too. They're dismissive of.
They just have no patience for each other.
So I'm just not. I mean, it's kind of almost I know the doll is her, but it's almost like it's her child in a way. I guess because the doll is little, but she could have been maybe involved with some of the decisions, help Nadja decide on things with the council. I don't know. Not sure where she was planning to go.
I think Nadja had said that her going to the toy store or whatever, she was trying to
okay, yeah,
get picked up by a little girl or something who would appreciate her more.
Yeah, I guess I can. Yeah. It would almost have to be kind of a Toy Story situation. Well, I mean, I guess with Toy Story, the toys are just completely not moving at all for anyone, but where they could only talk to the child or whatever and no one else, because otherwise it'd be we're gonna have an exorcism or something, so.
Yeah.
And I kind of get that, but she has the mind and everything of an adult, so yeah. I don't know how that might be kind of short-lived.
Yeah. I do kind of feel bad for Colin though, because it just seems anytime he has a chance for companionship or whatever, it just seems someone else kind of comes in and messes it up for him. Well, they kind of all do that to each other.
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm just not sure if she truly liked him too, or if she would have killed him.
Yeah.
She kind of seemed sweet in a way, but then they'd show her like just swallowing like a fish whole or a man's arm whole, and it's like it was a little terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Colin would have just stayed with her, or I kind of don't see that lasting, her like living in the house with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it kind of might have been fun maybe for a couple episodes to like see it play out, like them kind of date. I don't know.
Yeah. We didn't even get a chance.
Yeah. Like Laszlo didn't really let it happen.
Well, I think one thing we didn't mention is like the guide kept trying to like hit on Guillermo. He was just like, nope.
Yeah, she was kind of like, she was like laying in his little cubbyhole where he sleeps and stuff like that.
Yeah. Trying to like put all stuff.
I almost feel like that has to do with like they all think he smells good or whatever, like the vampires.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like more of it than she has a crush on him, but I'm not sure. It's like Edward, Colin, and Bella. Does he really love her, or is it just how she smells?
I think we're going to end our conversation about this episode here. The next episode is called The Wellness Center. You might want to watch that ahead of time so we don't spoil everything for you. Just again, a reminder to like/subscribe, leave us a comment or review to help the show grow a little more. And yeah,
Smash all those buttons.
absolutely. So until next time, remember, you're dead and out of this world. Goodbye.
Goodbye.